Hey y'all, let's make some homemade pie crust. Y'all hop on here and do it with me. So I almost forgot that we have a bake sale tomorrow night at church, raising money for our high school to go on a field trip to the Ark Encounter. Have y'all heard of the Ark Encounter? Well, it is in Kentucky, and in April, the first week of April I believe it is, we are wanting to take our high school there, and so we're doing different fundraisers. Last week I made chicken noodle soup, and we've sold pizza. We've just done all kinds of things. But tonight I'm going to make a pie crust that I'm going to do an apple pie filling, but my filling will be on a different live tonight, and it might be a little bit later getting on here because I have a boutique live that I want to attend as well. So I have started off, I have 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I use the White Lily all-purpose flour. Okay, the White Lily all-purpose flour. You want to make sure that you use all-purpose whenever you make a pie crust, because if you use self-rising, it's going to puff up like a biscuit, y'all, and you'll have like a stuffed crust pie, which would be probably not the greatest thing. You wouldn't be able to scoop it up or anything. So 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm making a pie crust, y'all, for my apple pie, singular, okay? So we're gonna start off with 2 1/4 cup of flour. We are gonna add in a heaping tablespoon of sugar, and I'm just gonna I gotta get y'all in here, y'all. Y'all, a minute ago I started the live. I don't even know what y'all saw. I was not ready, and part of my kitchen is kind of tore up, and it was showing y'all all the ugly. Like, I got light sockets needing to be replaced, and my husband's been replacing lights. We've been working on our kitchen for, I don't know, I feel like way too long. But anyway, sorry if you saw that live because it was terrible. But anyway, hey Sister Pat. Hi, how are you? All right, so I'm gonna add my tablespoon of sugar into here. And if you're diabetic or if you can't have sugar, then use a sugar substitute, or don't put sugar in it at all, I suppose. But I'm putting sugar in here. And then I need 2 sticks of cold butter. All right, and I need cold butter because I'm gonna grate it into my pie crust. And you want it to be your salted butter, okay? You want your salted butter, that way you don't have to add salt to it. So I'm gonna grate 2 cups, or 2 sticks of butter, and I'm gonna work it with my hands. This won't take long at all, y'all. You wanna make sure and keep your butter cold until you're using it, because while I was getting everything, this was sitting out, and it's kind of squishy in my hands, y'all, but that's okay because it'll work into that flour. All right, now my crust is not my mother-in-law's recipe. She always just bought a crust, but my pie filling is going to be her recipe. If y'all knew my mother-in-law, Sharon Helms, y'all comment on here if y'all knew Mimi, Sharon Helms. We loved her. Oh my goodness, I miss her so much. She passed away a couple of years ago, and y'all, oh my goodness, that was a larger than life lady. She was amazing. Now y'all might have a faster way to grate your butter, and if you do, that's fine. If you attend First Apostolic Church, I want you to be ready tomorrow night to purchase something from our bake sale. This is going to help our students, our high school students, go on a trip to the Ark Encounter. So we're super excited about that because we get to go too, y'all. We get to go too. Oh, y'all, is there a full moon right now, or is there gonna be? I know we got some crazy weather coming in. I even saw where next week we might have snow again. Y'all, whew, I'm ready for some springtime, aren't y'all? All right, so that's my 1 stick of butter. And now I'm gonna do my other one. Y'all see how fast that went? When they're cold, It don't take long. Now, if you want to let your butter sit out and get soft, then you can do that and you can work it in like that. I just like to use the old-fashioned way of grating my cold butter, okay? Sometimes I choose the hard way of doing things because I have an old soul. Hello, Brenda Bell. I love you. I'm making homemade pie crust, y'all. I've got 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose white lily flour, and I am grating 2 sticks of salted butter into that 2 1/4 cup of white lily flour. And I have also a heaping tablespoon of sugar in my dough, or in my flour already. Now, we're gonna use 5 tablespoons of cold water, and I already have my ice water sitting here. Give or take 5 tablespoons. We're gonna start off with 4 tablespoons and we'll add what we need. The weather actually depends on what, how much water you need. Isn't that crazy? All right. Y'all, I'm here to tell you, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this hair. These gray hairs, they have got a mind of their own. And when I get in the camera, I think, dear Lord, they are like afro here, which nothing wrong with that, I suppose. All right, y'all, so I'm just gonna work this butter into this flour. We're just gonna work it in. Have y'all ever made pie crust, homemade pie crust before? I'm sure you have. Mamaw Pickens, I bet you have. I bet you've made a homemade pie crust. Okay, y'all, about forgot to put my water in. Well, Lord have mercy. I want y'all to look at these cuter than life measuring spoons I've got. I don't even know where I got them. They're heart-shaped, just in time for Valentine's, and they're labeled like, my tablespoon is a heap of love. So we're gonna add in 4 tablespoons of ice water. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo, that's gonna be cold, y'all, but that's okay. And then we'll probably have to add a little bit more. It's somewhere between 4 and 5 tablespoons is what you'll need. And we want to get it to be a nice wad of dough that we can roll out. We're just gonna keep working, because that cold butter, we're working that flour. Is it working the flour into the butter or the butter into the flour? I don't know. What did y'all do with your day today? I teach high school. Girl, ladies and gentlemen, it's probably not all girls on here. Teaching high school is not for the faint of heart. I posted a picture on Facebook earlier that the kids, they got real close to me with my phone, and then they had this filter on. I don't even know how they did it, and it was on my phone. And it made an ugly, ugly picture of me, and I posted it. I'm like, this is what working in high school does to you. All right. So we're just working that flour and that dough in here, y'all. My Augie, he's standing down here. He wants me to drop something. If y'all would share my video tonight. Thursday, I'm doing a drawing. Everyone who shares any of my videos, I'm gonna go back through and look at my videos that I have done in the past week. Let's say last 2 weeks even. And if you have shared, I'm gonna put you in for a drawing. Y'all, I'm trying to figure out what to give you because I have several gifts. I have some things that were given to me by a sponsor, and I also have some the cutest Christmas dish towels I found at this boutique in Madisonville. If you're not from here, that's a little town going south from here in Greenback where I live. All right, y'all, we're getting us a nice, whoops, overboard. We're getting us a nice dough going on here. And y'all, I was gonna put gloves on, but it's okay. I feel like I need just a little bit more water, not a lot. I wouldn't even say a whole tablespoon. We're gonna go in with about a half a tablespoon of that cold butter. This ice water looks good. I could drink it. Okay, we're just gonna put that in there. And then, now, this is not like the biscuits where you shouldn't ned the fire out of it. You can work this pie crust, y'all. Oh, and it's getting good. Now it's getting a little sticky, so I might have to add a little flour once I put it out on the pastry sheet. Do y'all have a pastry sheet? Hey, Sharon Fry. I love you. I love to see you when I go back to Hot Springs. I love to see all you ladies that I miss so much. I need a little bit more flour, y'all, so I'm just gonna, well, my bag's gonna be a mess because my hands are a mess. I'm a messy cook. Are y'all messy cooks? I am. When I go to clean up, I'm like, good Lord, I gotta figure out a different way to do this and not be so messy. But it's okay. I'm making a pie for a fundraiser tomorrow, and I want a nice homemade pie crust to use. Mimi Sharon, y'all know Sharon Helms. If y'all know Sharon Helms, y'all put it in the comments. That was our sweet Mimi. We lost her about 1.5 years ago. We missed that lady. Goodness. Sharon, she sat right behind you. All right. We're going to put a little bit of flour out on a pastry sheet right here. And I'm going to get my rolling pin. And y'all, we're going to go in with it. Let me rub that dough off my hands. And I have my pan right here. We're going to grease that here in just a minute. Y'all, this is super easy to do. Super easy. I put a heaping tablespoon of sugar in my flour. I added 2 sticks of butter. I grated up 2 cold sticks of butter. All right, we're just gonna kind of spread that out. And then I'm gonna move this bowl out of the way. All right, and y'all, I've done something with my rolling pin. Hang on a minute. I gotta get my rolling pin. Y'all, hang on just a second. Good Lord. I'm a hot mess tonight. Hang on. Okay, I've got it, y'all. I'm coming back. We're going to put some flour on our rolling pin. Just kind of flour. It's not going to completely stick on this glass one, but that's okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pat this out, and I'm going to fold it over. Oh, y'all, it feels so good. It feels perfect. In fact, I'm going to put some of this flour out of the way. I don't want to have too much. And we're going to roll it. We're going to roll it kind of big, so I got to get this place cleaned up over here. Because it's going to have to roll out. This is going to make 2 pie crusts, y'all. I'm fixing to roll it out, and then I'm going to half it. I'm kind of rolling it long ways. Y'all can see that? I'm rolling it long ways. Can y'all see? Good grief. Y'all need less of me and more of this pie crust. Okay. I'm just going to cut it right across the center right here. And I'm going to put this part. Look at that, how pretty, y'all. It was so easy. You just work it with your fingers. I'm just going to sit it in my bowl while I work this one now. And we're just going to keep rolling this out. And you want it kind of big. I'm gonna dump some of this flour off of here because I don't need any more flour on my dough. So y'all hang on just a second. Let me sit that dough right here. Y'all hang on just a minute. We're gonna get this. I got a little too much flour on my pastry sheet. There we go. That makes me feel better. Just had to regroup a little bit, y'all. All right, we're gonna roll this out. We're making pie crust if y'all just popped on here. We're making a pie crust. And I used 2 1/4 cup of White Lily all-purpose flour. And I used a heaping tablespoon of sugar that I dropped into that flour. And y'all, then I grated 2 sticks of butter. I grated 2 sticks of butter onto my, into my flour. Then you just work it with your fingers, y'all. You just work it with your fingers. And we're gonna try to make a circle out of this. You want it big enough that it overlaps. You want it to overlap your pie pan. And if it's not going good for your circle, just fold it over, make it work. And then you're just rolling it out. If you have to re-flour your rolling pin, you can do that. All right, I feel like some of the edges are still a little thick, but y'all look at that. It's going good. We're just gonna keep rolling it out a little bit on the edges. Roll those edges out. If it starts sticking, put you some more, see it's starting to stick a little bit. Put you some more flour on your rolling pin. Y'all, I'm crazy. It's 9:30 at night and I'm making pie crust. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all are in here with me. I gotta hop off of here in a minute. I got a live boutique thing to attend. Okay, I'm gonna patch it right here and roll that in because I had a little hole there I didn't realize. Whoop, and my rolling pins are picking it up. All right, we're about ready to plop it over here into the pie pan. And then we can just crimp our edges and it'll be ready for me to add the apples, and then I'll do the other one after I get off of here. I won't bore you with the other part, okay? So I'm going to grease my pie pan. I'm wiping that flour out. You want to grease your pie pan. I'm just going to use some butter to grease mine with. I have some softened butter here. You can use any kind of grease. You can use your Crisco if you want to, but we're just going to grease our pie pan really good. We're going to cook our pie on 375 for about an hour, but I have to do my filling before I do that. I'm just going to get these ready, and I got to go watch my boutique here in a little bit. They're doing a drawing that I was eligible for. Okay. All right. I've got this ready. Now I'm gonna set this like right here, and I'm gonna start peeling my pie crust up. Look at that, y'all. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty that's wanting to fall apart right here. If this goes to fall apart, just get your rolling pin and roll it back down. Don't be dismayed. It's a process. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna go with this side first. Yeah, because this one was kind of sticking a little bit. Okay. All right, y'all. Gotta easy pick it up. we're just gonna plop it over here in this pie pan. It's kind of messy, y'all, but that's the homemade part. I'll show you how to patch it. Let's get it over here where you can see it. All right. I'm just gonna kind of lay that out. Y'all probably have a neater, easier way to do this. This is just how I do it. I taught my students in my family and consumer science class. It's like a home ec class. I taught them how to do it. And you just kind of start piecing it back and crimping those edges. And my pie pan already has a little crimped edge. And y'all, I'm making this for a fundraiser. I hope I get my pie pan back. I'm kind of crazy doing that, aren't I? Well, if for some reason it doesn't come back, hopefully they'll enjoy it like I have. Because this is a stoneware. I love my stoneware. Do y'all have your favorite pie pan? I have mine. All right, y'all. And you can crimp or you can cut off your edges. I'm just kind of crimping mine. Okay, and I'm just kind of, it was a little patchy right here, but as you do it, sometimes I do it and it's just perfect. And of course, because I'm doing it for y'all tonight, it ain't too perfect, y'all. It's not too perfect. It's a little messy, but it's gonna be so good. Can y'all see that? How pretty that's gonna be? All right, that's it, y'all. That's literally it. 2 1/4 cups of flour with a heaping tablespoon of sugar in it. And you gotta have frizzy hair when you do it, okay? Your hair has to look like you stuck your finger in a light socket. That's what makes it good. Y'all believe that? Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this gray hair that's went crazy. I love my gray though. I don't have any problem turning gray. Some ladies do. It don't bother me a bit. The only thing that bothers me is how unruly it is. It needs to behave. Okay, I have crimped the mess out of this. Okay, 2 1/4 cups of White Lily all-purpose flour. 1 tablespoon of sugar. Work it in, stir it up. And grate yourself in 2 cold sticks of butter, or you can let it sit out and get soft, and you can do that too. I don't know, I like to work it in with the cold shavings of it, okay? And then you're gonna use, I start off with 4 tablespoons of cold water, and then you'll probably wanna add about another 1/2 tablespoon if needed to get that dough to form, or it may take another whole tablespoon. It depends on the weather, y'all. I think that might be what's wrong with my hair, y'all. Maybe I need summertime to not have frizzy hair. I mean to tell you, it is going places tonight. All right, this is all ready, so we're gonna get off of here. I'm gonna make one more for the top, but I'm gonna wait until I have this full of my apples, and I'm gonna do that after I go over and watch my boutique dress store that I entered some kind of drawing, and I want to see if I won. And if I didn't, that's okay, but I'll peel my apples while I'm watching that, and then I'll come back on and you can y'all can watch me make my Mimi filling. I love y'all, and I'll see you in a little while.